Today, guys, I'm gonna showcase a team for the Phantom Shogun Stage 25 that will literally kill that boss in 3 seconds. One champion will one-shot the boss. I am currently on Ziggy's account, a clanmate of mine. Big shout out to him for letting me jump on the account to showcase this for you. The reason why I'm doing this video, guys, if you remember the community poll choice for the video of the week, was 3 seconds speedrun Phantom Shogun Stage 25. And that won with a margin of 45%. So make sure you guys engage with the next one for this coming Sunday. You can vote right here for the next one if you click on the community tab on my YouTube channel. So I'm here to deliver today. We are a bit late, but we're gonna dive into it in just a second. First, let's hear a word from today's sponsor. Thank you to Dragonair Silent Gods for sponsoring today's video. If you're not familiar, it's an open world high fantasy RPG game. And just in case, if you're not familiar, guys, I do have another YouTube channel where I'm covering Dragonair Silent Gods daily with news, tips and tricks, beginner guides, and everything else that you need to know about the game. So feel free to subscribe to the channel if you are interested in Dragonair Silent Gods. Plus, you can download the game by using the link in the description down below or in the pinned comment, or by scanning the QR code you see on the screen. And you can earn over 100 free summons, guys. Season 1 got revamped, so you're going to be able to put your hand on over 100 free Helialite dice just by playing the game. These are kind of like the equivalent of sacred shards in Raid Shadow Legends. Not just that, but you are getting 2 free legendary heroes to start with. You're getting legendary artifacts, tons of scrolls, tons of goodies, guys. One of my most favorite legendaries that I summoned, guys, is Ripcast. Now, I summoned this from Starlight dice, which are the purple dice. Now they actually drop legendary heroes as well. He is an amazing, amazing tank. Putting attack penalty, recharge speed penalty, healing prohibition, accuracy penalty, buff prohibition. He can deal a lot of damage. He can knock up enemies, stun enemies. He can control them and basically give you the upper hand. And I have Gulande, which is such an amazing, amazing carry. Full cleanse on all of your team, attack penalty, you're getting healing, ultimate energy reduction, a chance to stun with this. So we have some amazing characters in Dragonair, guys. How I mentioned, if you want to download the game, if you want to help and support the channel, you can download the game by using the link in the description down below or in the pinned comments, or by scanning the QR code you see on the screen. So just to make it crystal clear, guys, this is a whale team. It's tons of fun actually to sit in action. This is not something that I can reproduce on my personal account. That's why I am on Ziggy's account. Now, big shout out to Infinite. He's the person that actually made the comp and came out with a one-shot Little Miss Annie strat. A very, very awesome strategy, 100%. I love seeing champions just absolutely demolishing bosses. I remember when I've done it like 4 years ago with Septimus for the first time, one-shotting the spider, you know, which was like, wow, was such an amazing thing to see. And then, of course, Dracomore one-shotting the Ice Golem and other bosses with the surplus damage, but that got changed. Time to see some other things that we can do in the game in 2024. So we need a 9-piece protection Shuzan, guys, okay? The main thing that you need to keep in mind is she needs to be over 350 speed, because that's how fast the boss is on the Phantom Shogun. He has exactly 350 speed. I know, pretty damn crazy. So 9-piece protection is very important because she will boost the damage by 15% for each one of the buffs, you know? That's what we have right here in terms of stats. The rest doesn't really matter. It's just the speed and 9-piece protection. Then you need Feral. Now, you don't need to have 2 Ferals, but for whoever does have 2 Ferals, keep in mind that their passives actually stack. So you can add extra damage. At least that's what I know so far. If you have 1 Feral and a Belial Khazar, you can use a Belial Khazar as well instead of one of the Ferals and boost the damage. So basically, you need him on a shield set. The reason for it, he has this passive. If an ally is under 4 or more buffs, also increases their damage dealt by 20%. So you're going to have 3 buffs from Shuzan. You're going to have 1 buff from the shield, which makes 4 buffs, which will enable you to gain this extra damage. Now, if you do have a Belial Khazar, keep in mind he needs to be the fastest champion in the team. The speed on Feral does not matter. He never needs to take a turn. Same with the second one. He will never take a turn. He's just there in for the passive. I could do it with Battle Khazar, how I mentioned, but I need to make 360 plus speed Battle Khazar, just for the simple fact that Gerptuk, he needs to be faster than Shu Zhen. How I mentioned, this is a crazy whale Kraken comp, guys, okay? You need to have some crazy champion speeds, of course, because that's how fast the boss is. 350 is not crazy fast anymore, like you have Empowerment, Blessings, Faction Guardians, Glyphs. So 350 speed is acceptable, you know, considering what we are playing in the game. Funny enough, I cannot make too many of them at 400 plus speed, but that's kind of like what you guys need to understand as well with the speed. A lot of things changed since 2020, where 350 speed was the GOAT, you know. That's when we used to be like 350 speed is like the maximum we can get, guys. That's wow, you know. But a lot of things changed since then. So Gerptuk doesn't require any particular sets. He doesn't really need the accuracy. Mainly what he needs is to be faster than Shu Zhen. It doesn't matter if he's 1 or 2 speed. And the main thing with him, again, is the passive. So allies under poison debuffs inflict 7.5% more damage for each poison debuff on them. So stacking up to 30%, of course, the more the merrier. You're only going to be able to put 3. Now, if you are running Battle Khazar, he needs to be faster than Gerptuk, so he doesn't cleanses the poisons that he puts on your team. So you have Battle Khazar, Gerptuk, Shu Zhen, that's it, you know. But that will take a bit longer than 3 seconds. Now, the superstar of the show is Little Miss Annie, guys. She's the champion that makes this possible. Now, the very big requirement for her is a 6-star Crushing Rend. It doesn't matter if she's empowered or no. Yes, it does help to have the extra stats, but that's something that you can play around with the gear and try to get better stats. 6-star Crushing Rend is mandatory in order to do this. Now, I have her built on a Savage and a Cruel. You can always go for a Zeal set and for a Savage. It really depends what sort of levels you have on your Phantom Shogun Ignore Defense area bonuses, you know. Total stats on Little Miss Annie, we have 59k HP, 9.6k attack, 9.7, speed doesn't matter, crit rate doesn't matter, and as much crit damage as you can get, 383 crit damage. Keep in mind, she's 6-star, plus 4 Faction Guardians, you have the Masteries, you have the Glyphs, everything that will give her additional extra stats. So if you are quickly going to check it actually with the area bonus, sorry, let me just click on it, and is right here. You see, we only have 10% ignore defense, but with Savage, with Cruel, with Crushing Rend, with Helm Smasher, that will actually allow us to do some crazy things. Now let me just quickly show you how this will actually reach 3 seconds. So it's gonna go on auto. We do have a preset, but I'm gonna show you that in a second. Just like that. Crazy, right? This is just crazy seeing it happening, guys. Wow, 3 seconds, Phantom Shogun, 1 second was there, and then he was gone. Little Miss Annie, 4.5 million damage. The rest of them do not even take a turn to do anything else except Gerptuk and Shu Zhen, which of course they do not attack the boss. But this is pretty damn crazy. Let me just quickly show you the presets, then I'm going to show you the run again a couple of times because it's pretty fun. So you want Little Miss Annie to use this skill. This is what makes it possible. Will ignore 25% of the target's defense, destroys the target's max HP, which doesn't matter, but it will repeat the attack if the target has both higher defense and max HP than this champion. This is what makes it possible, because you see the hits are going just bang, bang. Gerptuk open with the A3, Shu Zhen open with the A2, and that's it. Now, if we would have higher levels on the Great Hall, this would be consistent on 3 seconds all the time. But let's do another run, guys. The worst case scenario is when we're now one-shotting the boss, because Helm Smasher might not proc like in this case, which is fine. It's not going to be 3 seconds. It's going to be slightly longer, but she's just going to be able to wipe the boss off. Even with the weak hits, it doesn't matter. She's going to do enough raw damage. But it's pretty damn crazy seeing something like this happening in the game. I'm definitely a massive fan of it. Like, look at that. 3 seconds, guys. 3 seconds. Like, I can't remember of any dungeon being farmed as fast without being a bug. This is not a bug. This is just a pure strategy. So, big shout out to Infinite again for coming up with this. Big shout out to Ziggy for letting me jump on his account, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. How I mentioned, this is definitely a big Kraken team. It's not something that I can do on my account either, but it's tons of fun to see it in action. Thanks again to Dragonair for sponsoring today's video. And if you guys want to get involved, if you want to download Dragonair Silent Gods, or you want to help and support the channel, you can download the game by using my link in the description down below, or in the pinned comment, or by scanning the QR code you see on the screen. And guys, I'll catch you all in the next video. Much love. Peace.